This NFC Conference Championship Picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. State restrictions apply.
This is Randy Cross. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Day 3 of me still getting through the adversity, the tragedy of last weekend. But I'm feeling more and more sexy as we go. Now, today, Sean, I'm wearing the shout out to our merch store.
Ooh, SGPN athletes.
Yeah, just wanted to recircle, get the brand focused back on the old windshield versus the rear view mirror.
Well, Ryan, I'm looking through the windshield and I'm seeing Jalen Hurts playing in a NFC Conference Championship game at home.
I'm sorry,
and
who?
I'm wearing rare breed untamed chain.
You mean Michael Jordan, the second coming, our Lord and Savior?
Say all you want, Ryan, but the kid
he's learned from the great ones.
Kid is 15-1 straight up as a starter.
Nick Saban.
We'll get into that. D Bettis in the house, YouTube chat alive and well, and ZD Mills here. ZD Mills just hit us up. He won the Wynn our free roll football contest. He's going to be out at the beautiful Wynn later on in March for the I think Sweet 16 Elite 8. So maybe we'll be out there. Obviously, we're going to be out there the first week as well. March Madness right around the corner.
Lincoln Riley.
I'm
just listing the great ones that Jalen Hurts, aka Michael Jordan, has learned from. I was going to go to the icing on the cake, Nick Sirianni last, but
Ryan, jealousy.
What do you mean jealousy? Nothing but facts here. Sharing facts about Michael Jordan, aka the great one, aka Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is great. He
aka
is,
rare breed.
The intensity and focus that Jalen Hurts brings. I mean, Ryan, you watch those press conferences.
Oh, I love
where
it.
He's talking about you have an opportunity of a lifetime. What are you going to do with that opportunity? When I'm watching a Jalen Hurts clips and he looks at the camera, it chills down my spine, Ryan. That is the kind of leader and intensity he is going to bring to Lincoln Financial come Sunday.
Yeah. Sean the GM, not as good as Sean the head coach.
Sean the head coach knows talent when he sees it. Hey, speaking of talent, take your talents over to WynnBet, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet 100, get 100. We're going to be giving out our favorite WynnBet build your own bet. That's right. Get in the lab, start creating some of those same game parlays. So many ways to win with WynnBet. And yeah, like I said, bet 100, get 100. State restrictions apply. Get that parlay wheel going. If you're in a WynnBet casino state, so much going on. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. So they know we sent you. Bet big, win bigger. WynnBet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Brian, bringing on a special guest joining us on the line live from Costa Rica. Number one Eagles fan, also my dad, Mr. Tom Green. What's happening, Dad?
Not much. How you doing, Sean?
Doing good.
No, I mean, I'm doing excellent, Tom. Feeling great.
Yeah.
I love our annual conversation when the Eagles are doing well.
Hey,
Yeah.
So I got an extra Eagles shirt I can loan you if you need one.
My dad, when we were setting up, did ask Ryan who or what shirt he was going to be wearing on Sunday. And surprisingly, Ryan hadn't even thought about what shirt he was going to wear.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I don't put too much thought in my outfits, unlike you guys. Getting your
you gotta wear the right shirt, right?
Getting your outfits ready. You're gonna have your choir practice before the game.
I brought 6 shirts to Costa Rica. One's SPGN, and the other 5 I wore one every day this week. This one's the vet.
Oh yeah, baby.
Prison, pretzels. I can't read what else it was.
Yeah, the vet shirt's pretty sweet.
2003. And then, yes, Ryan, I think ahead. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Jalen and Devonta's shirt as well.
Couple things smart here that I'm seeing. I'm seeing understanding how to travel lightly. 1 week of laundry, that's all you need. Secondly, I like that we're gonna have a clean shirt each day. So I think optimal strategy.
Yeah.
Packing 6 t-shirts. Also something that I think this is just a sign that I'm maybe getting older too. I do enjoy also bragging about how little I've brought somewhere. So I was enjoying you touting the 6 t-shirt.
Well, and since it's down in Costa Rica, I had to set up my dad with mobile God's Eye,
nice remote,
which is really it's a lot to work through, especially walking through it on FaceTime and getting it through. But he's ready to go. You're going to be able to watch the game. Dad, what are your initial thoughts right now? WynnBet has the line: Eagles 2.5 point favorites, total sitting at 46.5. What's your confidence level going into this game?
Well, I have high confidence, Sean. You know that.
Yes.
I called the 14-3 record, and I said we're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl and win.
Yeah.
Which they say that every year.
Yes,
But
it's a good game.
It's going to be close. I think this will be more like a real NFC East kind of knockdown, drag out. It comes down to who makes mistakes. I don't know. Do we have Maddox back for the slot? I'd feel better with him in there.
It's a good question.
I don't know. I would say the Eagles are going to win, and I would say by 10 points.
Oh.
But I'm kind of
That's a very like a Terry Bradshaw prediction. So translation, we're going to cover the spread.
Yes,
easily. I will say this: Brock Purdy would never make it as a quarterback in the NFC East.
Give me a break, man.
I mean, yeah,
he's not going to be able to take the pressure. And we do have a good coordinator, so
Brock Purdy Brock Purdy's making his 3rd NFL start on the road. 3rd. And it is a NFC Conference Championship game at Lincoln Financial Field with an Eagles defense that is historic. Well, they have 75 sacks this season. The all-time leader is the 1985 Chicago Bears. We're 7 behind the Chicago Bears. And everyone keeps talking about the 49ers defense. Everyone keeps talking about no respect for Nick Sirianni, Coach of the Year nomination. Wow. Hassan Reddick didn't even get nominated for Defensive Player of the Year. Brandon Graham, not even in the mix for Comeback Player of the Year.
Wow.
The disrespect that keeps getting thrown at this team. Yeah, Brock.
Who's running the newsletter for the Eagles right now? This is excellent material.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's insane the level of disrespect the Eagles are getting. Dad, do you have a player of the game? Who do you think is going to have a big game for the Eagles?
I don't know. Probably Jalen. Let's see, Brown maybe. I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to be like dominating, but I think it's going to be a good team game. We don't give up the ball. I hope we can run the ball. So
I gotta be honest. I typically, when we have these conversations, overconfidence, 14-2, 14-3 predictions. Well,
he nailed the 14-3.
But I'm not hearing confidence right now. I'm hearing nervousness because of what might happen if they lose to Brock Purdy. And I don't know if you saw the reports. San Francisco, the 49ers were having the beat reporters throw D-cell batteries at Brock Purdy to get him ready for the hostility he will face.
Well, with inflation, it's probably down to like AAA.
They even use D-cells for anything anymore?
No, I don't think so.
Just camping lanterns.
Just for injuring quarterbacks. Dad, what? All right, what is your setup going to be like for Sunday? What do you have planned?
We got friends coming over from grade school, high school, so it'll be fun. I got ribs and then some fish that I caught myself, my mom, and then probably some brats. But my grill capability here is kind of limited. So
my dad's been using a small charcoal
Too
grill.
much humidity.
It's really creating a lot of stress in his life not having access to his Weber propane grill that he has when he's in PA.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing instantaneous down here. So
Sean, we know people in country. Let's figure it out.
Well, we got to figure out how to get you a propane grill. All right, Dad. Final score prediction before we let you go.
All right, I'm gonna say I don't know, 28-20 or 28-18.
Right
Okay.
at the total. This is
28. We'll lock it in at 28-20. Give yourself. I know you like the overs, so 28-20. Eagles win. Eagles cover.
All
Well,
right.
knock on wood, Dad. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you after the
Yeah,
NFC
I got some
Conference
good wood
Championship.
here too.
Oh wow. Wow.
All right,
We got to head down to Costa Rica, Sean.
plenty of good
Oh,
wood.
yeah, please.
All right, Dad. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks a lot, Sean.
Cheers,
Yep.
Tom.
Let it ride.
I'll see you guys later. Let it ride.
All right. Hey, before we get to the rest of the breakdown, the picks, of course, shout out to underdogfantasy.com. Head over there. Again, the Battle Royale drafts are so fun. It's like DFS meets snake style draft. Highly recommend getting over there. If you haven't used the promo code SGPN, get that 100% deposit match up to $100. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match up to $100. All right. Here we go, Ryan. The game of all games.
Sorry, I had to. The break took a little longer.
Here.
I was feeling a little insecure. I think maybe for the first time in show history, there was a guest who was more medicated than I was. Oh my! Costa Rica's nice. I like it.
Dad's nice and chill down there, relaxing, hanging out, getting ready for the game. I mean, let's get real with Brock Purdy. If I told you, Ryan, something historic is going to happen in the NFL, something that has never happened in the NFL, is plus 127 a good price for something that's never happened in the course of NFL history? And the odds for that happening is plus 127. Would you see that as a plus EV opportunity?
Probably not. Probably not. Are we including your power ratings though?
No,
in this historical event.
No,
I'm joking.
It's not my power ratings.
If I hear one more person tell me how the number's right because of their power ratings, everyone uses the same power. Can we talk about? No one has power ratings. They all look up someone else's power ratings.
You know what my model says? It says,
"Fuck you, your power ratings."
You're about to get cockbrocked, Purdy. Purdy's going to be hurting come Sunday. I love that catchphrase. I'm going to keep rocking it. He has only faced one pass defense in the top 12, and it was Dallas. And Dallas almost completely shut him down. The Eagles are the number 1 ranked pass defense. Feel like I'm taking crazy pills. How did people not see the matchup that jumps out the most in this game is the Eagles defense against the 49ers offense? Everyone's banged up on that. Now because
they will very quickly say, well, they faced a similar pass rush last week. That's just how they neuter that argument right now. And it does, like, it's not.
How is it similar? The Eagles are historic in the number of sacks they have.
I would say it's similar in that they're the top 2 teams in adjusted sack rate in the league. So yes, the Eagles are 1, Dallas is 2. The difference is, which is what I'm sure you were about to say, is that Dallas's overall Dallas has an overall good pass defense too. So I think that's all it is. They're just simply saying, well, Dallas, it just happened with Dallas. The difference obviously is home road. Period.
Yes. And
and in some regard, like I'm going to speak about Dak and Jalen Hurts here, and it's going to sound like I'm saying a compliment about one of them, but I think they're not the same person right now. They're not the same quarterback right now, and I think they're not leading the same kind of offense right now. So, I'm with you. I think there's two very glaring matchups to me. You're not going to bring it up, so I will. But I also think there's a similarly obvious matchup for the Niners against the run defense of the Eagles.
I disagree. I mean,
where I think they have a massive advantage in the but hear me out. But you're relying on the game not falling out of hand rapidly, because if they fall behind and they're not able to then lean on their creative running game, it's going to make it very difficult to use that to catch up. Now, to me, I think you can distill this whole matchup down to two things, because both teams have good defenses. Both offenses have advantages against those defenses, I think, in some areas, but they're both good defenses, and they're both good offenses. The clear difference is the quarterback, and the clear difference is the coach. And so I think, Shanahan has tended to shit the bed in these moments. And so far Sirianni has been good. So far Jalen Hurts has performed and answered every question that the critics have asked of him, and Brock Purdy has been asked no questions.
Well, you mentioned the San Francisco 49ers running game. One, I think definitely worth mentioning is the rest disparity. I kept hammering that home. The Eagles defensive line is completely fresh, and you look at all the ball carriers on the San Francisco side. Neither of them practice Wednesday. Neither of them practice today on Thursday. We're talking about Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel did not practice Wednesday and Thursday. That to me means they're not 100%. And people talk about the Eagles rush stats. There is a big, gigantic difference between the Eagles at home, their run defense, and the Eagles on the road. If this was a neutral field or something like that, maybe you could talk me into it. But they're 11th in the league in yards per game allowed at home in the rush game.
Yeah, and they're facing,
and some of those were games without Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is healthy. He was right up there in most snaps for the defense.
And they're facing an offense that is one of the best and most creative running attacks in the league. So I do think it's still an advantage for the Niners. I don't think it stays an advantage the whole game if they're not able to keep up. And I think if you watch it, like, what were their shortcomings against the Cowboys? Like, what were the 49ers shortcomings in that game? Like,
inability to put up points.
Exactly. Right. Like that. If they're playing the Eagles last week, they probably don't win 19-12. They probably lose 31-19.
Yeah.
And so I think that they're going to face some of the same struggles they did against the Cowboys. I just don't know if, like, let's use the Giants game as a reference point. I understand the 49ers might be a better team than the Giants, but could you see a very similar starting position? Eagles have been very good early in games. Eagles come out, they score an early touchdown. Brock Purdy gets the ball. He makes one of those bad throws, and instead of the ball getting dropped by the defender, it gets caught. Eagles score again. It's 14-0. Like, how are you feeling if you're a Niner Brock Purdy fan?
No, you're in trouble, and
you're relying on him to answer the call now in a very difficult situation with a coach who has historically shit the bed in these big moments.
So talking, going back to the Eagles defense, number 1 pressure rate, number 1 in yards per play, number 1 pass defense, number 1 in pass yards per attempt, number 1 in tackles for loss, number 1 in opponent negative yard plays. So 49ers do well in a lot of those areas as well. The difference is when you dive a little deeper and you look at the situational stuff. 49ers league average on third down conversion rate, 16th. Red zone scoring, 20th. How do you beat the Eagles? You stop them in the red zone. If you're a 20th ranked red zone defense, that's not going to get it done. It's just not.
Yeah, I would, sticking with the idea that you just mentioned, the Eagles leading the league in tackles for loss. I do think you know the film crowd is going to find a way to say, hey, the over aggressiveness of the Eagles defense is what will cause the Niners to have success in their running game, their misdirection shit, the stuff that Shanahan does great. And so again, though, I think that's like, so if you ask me how many versions of this game in the simulations, in the 10,000 simulations, do the Niners get up, and what I just described with the Eagles getting up with a quick, maybe 2 touchdowns or 10-0, how many times do the Niners get up early and provide Brock Purdy with a positive great game script the entire game? I think it's very few. I think it's a small percentage of the outcomes. And so I think the majority of these games are it's a fairly close battle, but I think there's a decent chunk of the outcomes that include the Niners going down 2 scores early and the game being fucking over, like the Giants game was, like the Bengals Bills game was. And so I said this early in the week. What did I say to you on Sunday after the games? Why is this not 3? I'm still at why is know why it's not at 3? Because all these power ratings out there.
all these square sharps going huge once they see that line dip to 3. The 49ers they need those turnovers to score points. If they don't get the turnovers, they don't get the points. 49ers averaging 20.7 points per game when the opponent turns it over 1 or fewer times. 30.4 when 2 or more. Eagles average 28.2 points per game when turning over opponent 1 or fewer times. 29.2 when 2 or more. Like the Eagles, yeah, they can get some turnovers, but they don't need it to get the points. The 49ers really do, because Brock Purdy, yeah, it's a great story. It's been fun. Going in and winning at Lincoln Financial is completely different than any situation he's faced in his entire career.
Yeah, it's a tough one for sure. And to your point on the passing defense, the Eagles have held 16 of the 19 quarterbacks they've faced under their passing total.
The only, I mean, wait till the prop show tomorrow. There's going to be, I am going
Is Katie
to be
going to show up, you think? You're gonna, I mean, if this is where people need to show up and help Katie stay strong, because Sean is going to be a cruel individual. No. I'm going to have to stand in between you two.
And shout out to Big Juan Stud on Twitter, who said Sean went from Brock Hard to Cock Brocker. Oh, wow. I mean, that's a great transition there. I'm going to be 100% cock brocking. I don't see this kid from hey, if Brock Purdy comes in to Lincoln Financial Field on Sunday afternoon and lights up the Eagles defense, I'll say we don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. I'll say hats off. Congratulations.
Easy out.
What do you mean easy out?
Oh, it's an easy out.
What else do you want to say? I believe Sean, this team is a Super Bowl caliber team.
Let's discuss
Part of being a Super Bowl caliber team is when a rookie quarterback that's the last pick in the draft comes into your house. Yep. You have to make him pay. Right. You have to get those sacks.
So let's talk about when it's happened before. Sean King, 1999.
Oh, you got the rookie quarterback stuff.
First time ever a rookie starts a conference championship game. What happens? 0 touchdown, 2 interceptions, loses the game.
Well, and don't worry, I tweeted it out, but the cut up reel of near Brock Purdy interceptions, it's a long reel. I don't know if you have time to get through the entire thing.
Allen.
What's up?
It's Josh Allen.
What's Josh Allen? Oh, he's
his ability to almost throw an interception.
Well, Josh Allen actually converts. Brock Purdy has been fortunate with the number of drops and near miss INTs. The Eagles are going to convert on some of those come Sunday.
2004 in the greatest quarterback class known to mankind, Ben Roethlisberger as a rookie gets to the conference championship game, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, loss. 2008, we got Joe Flacco, rookie, makes the conference championship game. I mean, respect to Joe Flacco. I think in hindsight, I don't think he's paid enough respect for his career in the National Football League. Joe Flacco as a rookie takes the granted great defense, take the Ravens to the conference championship. What happened, Sean? 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They lose the game.
I mean,
last one. This is my favorite one. He's turned out to be okay in the booth, but 2009, Mark Sanchez. Who, by the way, had the best game of any of them.
Yeah, he actually played pretty good. I mean,
2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but they lose the game. Hasn't happened since. 5th time in the Super Bowl era. And I don't One other additional note on this: of the guys we just discussed, the only other one who had failed to throw an interception on the run to the conference championship game was Joe Flacco. But as I just mentioned, he threw 3 against the Steelers in that conference championship game. Lost 23-14.
So that's the thing. When you look at these trends, you go, hey, does the trend make sense? Like, is there a reasonable, because sometimes people throw out these gambling trends of like, Trevor Lawrence has never lost on a Saturday or stuff like that, where it's like, okay, it's interesting, but does it actually pertain to the game?
It's a great one because it includes his college career.
Yeah. Well, almost exclusively. I think
that's what I mean. That's why it's great.
Yeah. But when you look at the rookie quarterback thing, there's something to it. Playing in a conference championship game as a rookie, it's easy to get overwhelmed.
Let's go. I got lots of nuggets in this one, Sean.
Keep going.
There are. I don't know if you saw this one. Pro Eagles nugget. I'm surprised I had to use this one. Thought you would pull it out. 20 offensive linemen have played 550 pass blocking snaps and allowed 1 sack or fewer this season. In the National Football League, 20 linemen have played 550 pass blocking snaps and allowed 1 sack or less all season. 4 are on the Eagles.
Yes, sir.
So
that's the thing. When we talk about handicapping playoff football games, what is it? It's your quarterback play, how you do in the trenches. I mean, certainly, obviously the 49ers have Bosa and they have Trent Williams. Those are 2 dynamic players, but I still think we have the better line on both sides. The Eagles offensive line, it is hands down the best line in the NFL. Every player on that offensive line is either an all-pro, Pro Bowler, or Pro Bowl alternate. And our defensive line,
participation trophy included.
Our defensive line, yes, we don't have a Bosa on there, but combined, and you see it in the sack totals. We had 70 sacks. The second closest was 55.
I don't think any team ever has had 4 guys with over 10 sacks. I believe that's a real nugget.
No, and that's another nugget.
All right. Here's another fun one.
I mean, Bosa's great, 18.5 sacks, but Hassan Reddick's nipping at his heels at 17.5.
Teams on 10-game win streaks or more, straight up win streaks, are 4-13 ATS in the playoffs over the last 20 years. If you exclude the 49ers last 2 playoff games, it's 2-13 ATS. 49ers are breaking that trend. But yeah, I think I certainly think when you evaluate like how this game is going to play, there's just way more versions of the game. I think there's versions of the game where if the offensive line doesn't work all the way and Jalen Hurts is thrown into that dark alley that I dream about, where he still can't throw the ball when he rolls to his fucking left. Which he doesn't have to ever do anymore. Yeah, maybe, but I think all in all, you're going to see. I've kind of changed my tune a little bit on how I think the game's going to go, but I do think you're going to see the Eagles come out and aggressively throw the ball down the field. That
is how they're going to beat them. I think the 49ers are going to look to play the run. I think they're maybe even going to spy some guys on Jalen Hurts. They're going to force Jalen Hurts to beat him with his arm, and he's going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to guard Devonta Smith and AJ Brown. There's just not enough guys on the defense to cover every one of these weapons.
And I'm also going to predict, and you're not going to like this, Sean. I'm going to predict a play that will be ruled as questionably dirty on Jalen Hurts. This defense has now had controversial.
Oh wow.
This defense has now created some injuries over the last couple of weeks. That I'm not suggesting they're dirty, but I think they're playing hard, and so I think there might be some playing hard around Jalen Hurts. So he's going to have to be careful. Hopefully, you can get that message back to him, but there might be a bounty on his head.
This is a great. Just coming back to the Dallas loss. Dallas played in the NFC Championship on January 21st, 1996. Jalen Hurts was born shortly after that, August 7th, 1998. Jalen Hurts, aka Baby Hurts, grew up, learned how to play football, went to college, squatted 600 pounds, graduated, got drafted by the Eagles, and made it to the NFC Championship before Dallas went back. How about those Cowboys?
You forgot about overcame the draft haters, aka Sean Green, on draft night.
Oh, admittedly I was wrong.
You should publicly write, like, there should be a written card that you send to him.
Maybe I will.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I will. Unlike some analysts, I admit when I was wrong. I doubted Jalen Hurts, and I suffered the consequences. If you want to doubt Jalen Hurts, aka a grown dog,
what is the punishment?
Then you do at your own peril.
How does the punishment get served?
What punishment
for your sins?
What do you mean?
Thinking Jalen Hurts wasn't the guy.
I had to deal with Carson Wentz. And he's completely submarining the 2020 season. And for that suffering, the Eagles franchise was reborn with Jalen Hurts, the new guy, the new leader, an amazing leader, like the leadership skills alone.
So he will be the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles week 1, 2023.
I said he would be.
No, I'm saying next 2023 week 1, Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for the Eagles.
Yes. And wait, what?
Confidently? Jalen Hurts will be back with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023 as their starting quarterback.
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just checking.
Why?
That's the thing we talk about every offseason. So I'm just getting the question out there early.
Well, remember that was one of the offseason bets we gave out. Jalen Hurts was like minus 120 to be the starter for the Eagles opening day. And I go, this is crazy. Maybe they pull some crazy deal off, but at that price, you're insane.
You were in the Watson camp at that point, I think.
No, I was never. I said Jalen Hurts is the guy, and at the very least, he's on a rookie contract. You know, give him a shot to fully prove that he can take his game to the next level, and he did. He's a coach's son. He says everything right.
The coach's son thing is important. As a youth sports coach myself.
Have you listened to this guy? It's like he's just rattling off motivational quotes one after the next. The dude is a machine.
So I take it you're going to be taking the Eagles?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on the Eagles.
Have you gotten to the bottom? They are the public team.
Okay.
How you feeling about that?
Awesome. Good news for the public. Hopefully they go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet and light it up.
So
take them down.
Okay.
Steal all their money.
Will you be doing any sort of multi-game parlay between your two picks championship weekend?
Well, since we taped the Bengals episode, they're now a 1-point dog over on WynnBet. So if that can get back up to 1.5, 2.5, it's a good teaser leg, Ryan.
Okay.
But I'm not combining any of these. I don't need to. I feel good with my Wynn build a bet and with the Eagles laying 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also, I mean, full disclosure, probably I would imagine there's potentially some value in the money line with the Eagles. What are we looking at right now? What did I write?
It's pretty high.
Minus 150.
I don't. Do you really think it's worth minus 150? I mean, especially Wynn, who does a good job of like usually. I was seeing it at minus 108 or minus 106.
No, I actually hate that.
Minus 150. I mean, you're crazy. Just take the 2.5.
If you were playing the other side, would you take the money line?
I'm not gonna.
You wouldn't even. You won't even have that discussion.
No, and
so plus 2.5 or a money line of plus 130. I don't know. I feel like if I'm playing the 2.5, I'm playing the money line instead. Just principle play.
Well, and I don't have the number in front of me, but conference championship games in particular, it's like 90% of the time it's just picking the right team.
The spread is dead. On March 4th, Sean, we told you Jalen Hurts was minus 175.
Okay.
But we told you he would be the starting quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you want to know who your dark horse was?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson was the only one I thought there was legit interest by the Eagles.
That was impressive. You pay attention to your own words. It's good.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let's give it out. Let's talk Wynn build a bet. Fire it up. Where's my Wynn build a bet sound effect? It's on the other page. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Obviously, I'm on the 2.5. Obviously, I'm on the over.
You're putting the spread in there, in the build a bet.
In the build a bet. Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? No.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yes. Alternate spread, Ryan.
All right.
Okay, what do you got?
No, go for it.
Oh, okay.
Tell me the build a bet. Yeah. I was just clarifying if you were saying your build a bet or just repeating your pick on the game in case people missed it.
Here we go. Get the hoodies on. Start doing the road work. Drinking glasses of eggs. Abs of steel. Biceps of steel. Brock Purdy. You're going to be hurting coming to Lincoln Financial Field on Sunday afternoon. Defense going to get sacks. Defense going to get a touchdown as well. I'm giving out a defensive touchdown. It's not even a part of my bet. Step one. AJ Brown, he's off the injury report. Big dog's gonna eat in a big situation. AJ Brown, 2 touchdowns. That's right, you heard me. We can expose San Francisco on the back end. AJ Brown, 2 touchdowns. Next up, the ultimate dog, Jalen Hurts, rare breed, untamed. You think you can keep that man out of the end zone? Have you seen the fire? Have you seen the look of determination on Jalen Hurts? Last but not least, 2.5 is a personal insult. Why don't you just spit in my face, you sports books? We don't need 2.5. Let's knock it up to 6.5. Could be 13.5. I don't give a fuck. Birds roll. Eagles -6.5. AJ Brown 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown plus 45.95. If you're scared, get a dog. If not, let it ride. There you go, Ryan.
Will you repeat that? Because I'm sure people were passionately listening too hard to actually. They pull your cars over now that you've all ejaculated into your Eagles fly pajama pants that you wear to your job.
Eagles -6.5. AJ Brown 2 tutties. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. $100 wins you $4,595.
All right, so I went a slightly different route here.
Jack Stoll anytime touchdown?
No, absolutely not. I did 2 things. I didn't do a crazy build a bet. I just simply said this. Jalen Hurts, most rushing yards in the game.
Love it.
And the Eagles laying 14.5 points.
Woo-hoo! What is this one?
You're intrigued, aren't you?
Very.
29-1.
Oh my God.
Like that. No, because
the alt lines are fun in this one. I think in full disclosure, I'll probably play a couple of these both ways, but I do kind of think I'll make a bold prediction. The margin of this game will be greater than 2 touchdowns for sure. I'm picking the Eagles for the record, but
let's go.
But holy shit, if Brock Purdy beats the Eagles by 2 touchdowns in Philly,
no, it'll be embarrassing.
What?
We'll cancel the show.
All right.
You can host the show with Katie.
Oh wow.
I'll call in.
That's cool.
No, I mean
she'd be hyped about it.
If the Eagles lose, it's a complete disaster. But I just don't see that happening.
I don't know why you keep talking about the Eagles losing.
I haven't. I've said they're going to win the entire time. What show are you listening to, Ryan?
Just trying to get in your head.
You can't. It's a steel cage, laser focus.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Hey, we got an awesome show tomorrow. Going to be talking props with Katie Mox, and yeah, that'll be fun. Then obviously the pregame show Sunday. What 11:30 a.m. Pacific?
I don't know. You want to go right up to kickoff?
Yeah.
All right. 11:30 a.m. Pacific.
11:30 a.m. on Sunday. Counting you down to kickoff.
Eagles start
Prop
at noon.
show
Yeah?
tomorrow. Eagles game does start at kicks off at noon.
You sure you don't want any little break in between?
No, I feel good.
All right.
Ready to go. Keep an eye on those injuries. Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, all banged up.
Who's your key player?
Who's the key player?
I mean, obviously, I heard your build a bet.
Hassan Reddick. I think Hassan Reddick being able to, because he's gonna be going up against the right tackle. Forcing Brock Purdy left is how you beat Brock Purdy.
Do you think he has experience here, coming from the division? Maybe playing against some of these guys, lineman.
Maybe. Either way, they're good.
Feel free to use that nugget the next one.
Hassan Reddick. All right, I'll look up Hassan Reddick's stats against.
I'm just saying he came from the division. Offensive line, defensive line plays a lot about knowing guys. You've heard Michael Strahan and John Runyon talk about it. It's about knowing the man. Every guy's different. You doing some research?
Yeah, I'm looking up how many sacks he's had against the 49ers. 3 sacks.
Okay,
let's go. He's
greater than
one
0.
one and a half plus come Sunday. Or he might not actually be the guy getting the sacks. He's gonna be forcing him to Brock Purdy's left. Watch Purdy when he rolls out to his left.
Him and
also,
Jalen Hurts have the same problem. That's awesome.
All right. Pipe down, guy whose team got eliminated last week in a brutal ass kicking. Let me enjoy this.
I'll take the dub on the no words in response.
Shout out to Benedict Dantold. He's checking in. Play that Fife music for the old Benedict Dantold.
I know we're probably going to talk about it on the prop show, but there are some interesting angles you can play in the sack market.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Long. Cox.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Tune into the prop show tomorrow. Like I said, pregame show Sunday for the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Excellent work, Sean
Kramer. Let it ride.